Today, it's time to get schooled. And speaking of today, did you know that on this day, April 19th, 1993, the Branch Davidian compound near Waco, Texas, caught fire and killed 80 of its members? The Davidians were an Adventist religious sect dating back to the 1950s. The settlement outside Waco welcomed Vernon Howell in the 1980s, who later became their supreme prophet, priest, and apparent king. Howell changed his name to David Koresh, the biblical name for Cyrus the Great. Koresh's prophecies included his own martyrdom. Federal officials became interested after serious allegations of child abuse was reported inside the Davidian compound. The ATF and the FBI, under the authority of President Clinton's Attorney General Janet Reno, laid siege for over 50 days before the fire broke out. Was the fire set intentionally by federal law enforcement? Without question, the FBI pumped CS gas into the compound in hopes of flushing them out. When the fire broke out, federal agents moved in. In addition to those found dead due to asphyxiation, investigators identified that 20 people inside the compound had been shot. This included 5 children under the age of 14 and David Koresh. What seems to be the powerful lesson of this little tale is that the separation between church and state certainly has limits. Some question why the federal government even concerned themselves with the Davidians, a private religious organization. Our sacred wall of separation, as first quoted in the 1947 Everson Supreme Court case, needs to be quickly reviewed here. First and foremost, when laws are broken, no person, no organization can hide behind their religious dogma for cover. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's. Now to clarify what separation of church and state means. It meant very little until 1947, when the federal government, using language found in the 14th Amendment, found the authority to rule in state and local religious matters. Although in the Everson Court opinion, Justice Hugo Black declared a wall of separation, the court approved a cooperative arrangement between public and private schools. The wall is rightfully porous, especially when it comes to law enforcement. Psst, it's Prologue with MR.REVIEW. It's a podcast that is actively digging tons of earth to find an ounce of gold, striving for a more perfect union.